What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be going over what changed in Fortnite's All Sweat Summer event. This is going to be the summer event for Chapter 5. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like some more, and comment down below what you think of these changes. They are mostly in ranked mode, though. So if you guys were unaware that the All Sweat Summer event was starting today, you are not alone, because I was completely not aware that there was a summer event this season. So yeah, they added a few challenges and free rewards. The challenges I've seen were to like outlast players or make it to like a certain placement. And then also to get eliminations. And then there's a free glider, back bling, and wrap that you can unlock by doing these challenges. The underwriter NPC was added at the beach house west of Pleasant Piazza, and he sells a purple combat shotgun, patch up, and storm circle reveal for 200 gold. And those are the extent of the changes in regular Battle Royale. So if you don't play ranked or don't care about ranked, that is the extent of this year's summer event for you. For ranked, they made several changes, and I think if you are someone who enjoys ranked, you're going to be pretty happy with these changes. And if you weren't someone who played ranked before, you might consider wanting to play it now. And these changes are going to be that they removed cars completely and the boss cars from ranked. And then they also completely removed NPCs aside from the bosses and their guards, I believe. And then also like the radio tower ones and stuff like that. But there's not going to be NPCs that you can hire anymore. And there's not going to be NPCs that you can buy loot from anymore in the ranked game mode. And then cars are the same way. The cars and the boss cars are completely removed from the ranked game mode. Also, the nitro gloves were said to be removed by Epic Games when they posted this. However, playing zero build ranked, the nitro gloves are still in zero build ranked. So I'm not sure if maybe they removed the gloves from builds, and then that's why they said they removed the gloves, but like they intentionally kind of kept them there for zero build just because the game plays out a little bit differently. I think that would make a lot of sense, but it's also possible that maybe they just didn't intended to remove the gloves and then messed up. It's really hard to know with Epic Games sometimes when there's changes like this, because sometimes they don't say everything they mean, or they say things that just turn out to be incorrect like this, and you got to kind of guess one way or the other what they actually meant by what they said. But just in quick recap, no more cars, no more NPCs, and then potentially no more gloves in build ranked. But zero build does have no cars and no NPCs still. I think this is a great change. I'm very happy they did this. I'm not someone who really enjoys playing ranked. The gameplay in this video, I'm playing ranked, but it's my first few games this season, so it wasn't, special. But I think having ranked and pubs be different rules makes the game better for everybody. It's a huge point of contention with the launch of this season, and players not enjoying the meta and not enjoying the cars. And so, like, eventually Epic nerfed the cars, and in my opinion, they made it a lot better. But for players who really liked the cars and liked the craziness, they feel like they made it a lot worse. So I feel like having pubs and ranked have separate loot pools and have potentially separate rule sets just has always made the most sense to me, to make as many people happy as possible. And this is something they did in the past when it was Arena. Arena would have different rules, or like different items, potentially like some, cheesier items not in the loot pool. But when they made it ranked in Chapter 4, they for some reason regressed and like were of the mindset that like pubs and ranked needs to have the same rule set. But also tournaments also had different rule sets. So what they did today is basically they just made ranked have the tournament rules, which I think makes ranked a better, competitive experience. And if you're someone who wants to play ranked and wants to play competitive, that's what you should want most, right? And I never thought it made sense to have ranked be as close to pubs as possible, so that like, I guess the idea or the argument would be that like players can relate to it if they're typically play pubs and then they go into ranked. The gameplay is more relatable, but there's still going to be a divide when those players go to tournaments, and then tournaments are different from ranked, and the difference is there's like a few cups a week that someone can play in, whereas ranked is there at all times for them. So I feel like if you're going to have that like break off point where there's different stuff, you might as well have it in ranked in a mode where people can play it at all times and practice and get used to it, rather than someone playing ranked a good amount feeling like, okay, I'm doing well, I'm going to play in the next cup. And then the cup is just a completely different rule set. And then now they have to wait a week to be able to try again and get practice again. So I think ranked in tournaments should always be the same rule set. I think that just makes the most sense for the Fortnite community, even if you're someone who hates competitive, I think it makes the most sense, because then hopefully those people aren't in your games anymore, and then public matches aren't balanced around tournaments, and hopefully that ends up being a situation that's better for everybody involved, or at least that's what I think it would be like. So I think this is a good change, even though I'm not someone who really plays ranked much or cares to play ranked much, but I still think it was a very good change, and it's how things should have always been. But let me know down in the comments below what you think. I'm sure a lot of you are pretty disappointed in the All Sweat Summer event. It's pretty underwhelming, but this is like kind of the third year in a row where like the summer event's kind of lackluster, so I really didn't expect much, and I didn't even know it was happening today. And then if you aren't someone who plays ranked typically, but you're going to hop into ranked, let me know that down in the comments below, because I think that there will be more people playing it now because of these changes than there were before. But let me know what you guys think. If you found this video helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. I just realized that years from now we might have to play Chapter 5 OG. How many years would that be? So this year would be Chapter 2, next year would be Chapter 3, the year after that would be Chapter 4, and then Chapter 5. Chapter 3, 25, Chapter 4, 26. So 2027 November we get to play Chapter 5 OG. Is the attack still enabled? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like some random was trying to beat that earlier. I think the first time I got it since I've been playing ranked, the guy was like melee spamming and I almost died to him, right? Oh, 100% Kool-Aid. And it like, I feel like any period of time like would be fun to go back to. If it's been a while. Like Chapter 2 OG at the end of this year, I'm looking forward to. It's supposedly just going to be seasons 1, 2, and 3. I quit the game a week into Chapter 2 Season 3 because I was so tilted with Seasons 1 and 2 of that chapter. But I'm so excited to play it again. Most of why I was tilted, though, was just the delays. Like, Chapter 2 Season 1 was 128 days, no updates. Chapter 2 Season 2 got some updates, and then it got delayed to the point where it was 120 days. And, like, prior to those 2 seasons, like, seasons were, like, 70 days-ish. So it's like, they were so much longer. This guy just like sniped at me. I don't know where he is. Okay, there he is. I found him. I should be able to catch him because I have mythic. Oh, thanks. Mr. Beast gave me a medallion. What a great guy. Someone just bunkered behind me. Chapter 4, Season 3, because the jungle biome? I feel you. The jungle biome wasn't even, like, the peak of my concern with that. Like, it wasn't good, don't get me wrong, but, like, for me, that season, like, the frustrating part was explosive repeater. Soaring sprints. Shockwave combo. Are bunkers worth carrying in ranks? Somewhat-ish. I think it really depends on how you're going to play. I don't know. Like, to me personally, I think up to diamond, ranked games are easier than pubs. And there's not really an actual end game, so bunkers aren't as necessary. I was carrying them earlier this match just because there was nothing really else I wanted to carry. And they can definitely be helpful in certain situations. But I just feel like there's rarely an end game in ranked. In the lower ranks. In the higher ranks, then like, yeah, they could be essential. But also, like, it depends how you play. If you play less aggressive, like, this lobby is really dead, right? But, like, part of why it's dead is because I was, like, running around and killing people. And so if I was also playing more passive, then, like, there might be more people alive, and then there would be, like, an actual end game. And then at that point, having bunkers would be really beneficial. Oof.